You're about to listen to the most informative, persuasive, and inspiring show ever. The James A. Hendricks School of Leadership. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the James A. Hendricks School of Leadership. Happy Monday. It has been a while since I've been on the air. I'm still reeling and in shock from the loss of my father. We were not very close, but he was my dad, and it hurts. A mixture of anger and sadness. Now, we're not going to talk about politics today, because of what's going on with my grief. I'm just gonna kind of level with you. We're not going to talk about politics today. And you may say, well, why? Because this show is not always about politics and what's going on in the news and all the partisan wrangling and BS, okay? Yes, I'm a conservative federalist, but sometimes conservative federalists need to take a break from politics. We need to talk about developing a leadership mindset. And I'm going to use church as an analogy. And I know. Some of you are like, oh, Jimmy, come on. I came here to hear you speak about the issues. What's wrong with you? You're supposed to be talking about the issues. Sound the bell, school's in. I want to talk to you about developing a leadership mindset. And you say, well, how's that? It's a two-pronged test. Number one, the ability to love the people in your organization. You know, I'm going to be as bluntly honest with you can. I don't think very much of men and women that call themselves leaders, but yet they put themselves in a dang ivory tower and lord themselves over other people and become inaccessible. Okay, that's not what I see as a leader. And leader goes down the trenches. Yeah, he's interested in organizational goals, but you know what else he's interested in? He walks in down the trenches where everybody else is working. Hey, how are you? How are you today? What can I do to help you? I'm going to give you some hypothetical examples. Okay? The first one is, quite frankly, we're going to talk about Bill. Bill owns a major communications conglomerate. Yeah, he has a corner office and everything. But at least 1 to 3 hours a day, he goes out there in the trenches, talks to his working people. Hey, how are you? How can I help you today? How can I help you? He's accessible. And you know what? The people in this organization, they love him. The productivity is up. The company's profits rocket because he's showing effectiveness. Now, am I saying that he has to be mamby-pamby? No. Sometimes leaders have to be tough. And Bill is tough. Now, let's take a look at another leadership deal. Stephanie. Her husband dies. She gets his software company. At first, she comes in, talking to people, hey, the average Joe, hey, how are you? But before long, she withdraws into her corner office. She becomes demanding towards her insubordinate. Guess what happens? Within time, productivity slows. profits are dropping, and the board is scared. What did they do? What did they do? They remove her from the position of being in charge of her husband's company, maybe give her a little severance package, and send her on the way. Companies and government don't need leaders like that, because it's to love and serve one another, not to avoid and demand one another. You get what I'm talking about here? I know you do. And maybe back sometime in the 50s or even in the Reagan years, we had leaders that were like that. But somehow we're along the way, the past almost 35 years, we're losing in leadership. We have a leadership crisis. I used to think that when the older people were saying that, it's like, well, maybe that's true. I'm just a kid. Maybe there's hope. Now here I am, I'm in my 40s and 50s. I start seeing, yeah, we got a leadership crisis. It's pretty bad because, the leaders are not being, they're the heroes to their people. Why? Oh, they're charismatic in some ways, some people, to bring themselves into high position. But then, how relatable are they to their people? Oh man, Jimmy, you're really getting my. I'm not trying to be stirred about this. I was going to do another podcast called Down with Woke. But cooler heads prevail. And with Jimmy, cooler heads prevail, and considering the death of my father, which I found out after his death, we went through some of his papers. My father was a Democrat. It's like I can't, and my uncle was like, well, I can't believe this. I'm like, well, actually, Uncle, I can. Dad was kind of that way. I, however, and people come up to me, the night of the memorial, after the memorial, the night of the memorial service, and people say, "Oh, you're a Republican, aren't you?" No. I'm a conservative federalist. Conservative federalist is going back to the principles of the Constitution led by the founders, which the principles were in the Bible. And it's with a heart. Now, I'll vote for the candidate that's less likely to push this into socialism. And right now, it's pretty obvious who it is. But we don't have time to talk about that now. Developing a leadership mindset. It's having a heart for the people. It's serving the people. You gotta love the people. Here we go again. I can hear some of you now. Jimmy, you're getting all mealy mouthed. This is supposed to be a political show. Okay, yes. Sometimes I will talk about politics. But you want to know the truth? Today I didn't want to. Now, Wednesday I'll probably will talk about the news. But many of you know I'm going to be going on a hiatus from the 8th, after the 8th to the 18th. I may drop in every once in a while to give you a little deal there. And the good news is White House Willie does not fall on a Tuesday, Thursday, or Sunday. It falls on Saturday. So guess what? We're going to have a weekend edition that day. Guys, I'm going to let you know, I still believe that there's hope. We got to stop running scared. And both parties got us running scared. And to tell you the truth, shame on them. It's time to level up and develop the proper leadership mindset. Okay? I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm just going to be honest with you. All right? So, here we are, folks. Rounding it up. I love talking about leadership. Because I can sit there and talk about, the wrangling of being an election year. But, sometimes I got to shine some light. In fact, I got news for everybody. Pretty soon, the theme song that is put with this thing is going to be replaced. That's right. It's going to get replaced. Because it's an election year. And I got a heart for some things. It's time to shine some light. Yeah, some algorithms may be angry, but so what? Hope you enjoy listening to the James A. Hendricks School of Leadership. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of the James A. Hendricks School of Leadership classroom. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can have what others can't. Actually, keep up your hope. Keep up your faith. Jesus saves and we're all going to be okay. Take care and be proactively informed. God bless you. Remember this from the bottom of my heart. Jimmy loves you. I really, 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 really love you. God bless you and have a blessed day.